Marquees. Look at that. First run movie for $8. How can you beat it? Little Olympic Hotel sign. Gonna pan over here. This is all part of the same club. Now. Oh, go ahead, guys. Thank you very much. Try not to get you. All right.
So our hotel has a total of 27 rooms. The 27th room is the one, number 27 right over there. That's the only one that's on the ground level. The other 26 are going to be upstairs.
Okay.
And it's the only one with the personal bathroom.
Only one with the personal bathroom. It's our king suite, ADA accessible room. All the rest of them are going to be common bath, probably European style.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. See all these up here.
You guys want to go ahead and I'll grab the door from you? Thank you, Megan. Hello.
This is so cool.
We get a lot of people, that ask about, is your hotel haunted? And, you ever see anything? And a lot of people do specifically stay for that experience.
Good to know there's a bathroom.
Yeah, plenty of bathrooms for the rooms.
That's right.
Lots of artwork. Here's our infamous Roy Gardner. He's a big guy. You'll see a lot of him around up here. He was a famous train robber. He robbed trains, ran from them. In this painting, you'll see he's got he wrapped his face in gauze to try to mask his identity and checked into our hotel. And then they caught on, and he was actually arrested up here in the hotel.
Oh, wow.
I want to say it was 1923. Could be wrong on the date there. Yeah,
You said
so
train robber?
Famous train robber, Roy Gardner.
Right on.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of his name posted around here. And so each of our rooms have different names. You'll notice, and they each represent people that have to do with the history with either the Olympic Club specifically or the city of Centralia. Somehow, some way ties into the Olympic Club.
Okay.
So the ghosts that we have around here, the employees have a little thing we always say, like, it's Elmer. We call him Elmer. We got Elmer the ghost. If you hear something, feel something.
It's Elmer, huh?
I wondered if it was the same Elmer, but I don't think it is. But I learned a lot about Elmer Smith. He was a lawyer who represented the union workers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And helped represent them during the Centralia massacre.
Okay.
When there was the whole fight broke out, 4 or 5 people died. So that was kind of a crazy time, history of Centralia.
Yeah, a lot of energy running around during that time.
Yeah, it took place right here on Tower Avenue.
Yeah.
So back here, this was a brothel. I've heard a couple different things where the whole hotel is a brothel, or just these 4 back rooms were the main brothel rooms. It's hard to say really what's true. I feel like back here, room 13, I didn't check to see which rooms are empty right now. I should have, because for some reason, I don't know if it's just the number 13, but that's one people request a lot to stay in where they feel the most energy.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't know if anybody's staying in there right now, but I should have checked. Housekeeping? I don't believe anybody's in here.
Boy, there is so much history here.
There's nobody in here. So you guys can come on in and see the room.
Okay. So this is number 13.
Room
Is that
13 said to
right?
be, have the most energy, and people like to stay in here to see if they can see anything or feel anything.
Does it feel any different in here to you guys?
It's a little warm.
Yeah. I noticed when I don't know, about 20 feet down the hall, it just felt different. And I don't know if it's because we're, at the edge of the building or what. I didn't feel it any different in here, but as we walked in there. Yeah, that was interesting. Huh, any idea who that guy is?
So that is Louis Sony.
Sony, okay.
Each of the rooms have, the person named after them. It's named after a person. And so they'll each kind of have the story about them posted on the walls.
Oh, okay.
That's so neat, and that's from the Oregonian in 1949.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, most of the rooms are all fairly the same. We've got the bed, we've got king rooms, queen rooms, and bunk bedrooms. And you got the sink. Pretty simple though. There's no phones, no TV. You can just have a nice quiet time.
These are actually, it's more spacious in here than I thought. You could be very comfortable.
It's bigger than the
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I would say the New Orleans ones was half,
There was
two-thirds.
you had to crawl on
Excuse
the
me.
end of the bed to get
Yeah.
into the bed. It was like
Yeah.
crazy.
I would highly recommend anybody coming and staying here. You definitely have enough room.
Yeah.
Here. Can I peek out the window?
Yeah, yeah. You can just see across the street there.
Oh yeah, okay, so there's the train station's gonna be off to the left.
So we get a lot of travelers, of course, people traveling on the train or traveling through Centralia. It's originally said to be Centerville because we're right smack dab in the center of between
Right.
Seattle and Portland.
Right.
So it's a good halfway spot, if you're driving or,
This would be a great little train destination coming up from
Yeah.
Portland or down from Seattle. Stop here,
Yeah.
stay here, and then go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know if you experience any ghosts.
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, and just all the,
Who he is.
Yeah.
what's that?
Oh, George Washington room.
Oh yeah, right on.
Well, George Washington, not the George Washington.
Right.
But George Washington, who was the founder of Centralia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
okay.
Well. Yeah.
These hotel rooms it's really unbelievable how good a shape they are, beautiful. This is the George Washington we were just talking about, his name here. Trying to get out of your way.
So the hotel is kind of a big square that's around.
Okay. The number 11 one, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so, I was trying to do a little research for myself. Hey, Sam. So we're doing a tour.
Yay.
You cleaned them up 11, right? So, doing a little research myself, I came across, so at one point in time there was a fire up here. I can't remember the exact year. One of the guys staying, I believe it's at the far corner right room, I think it was. I think it might be 11. It's one of these ones. That he had jumped out of the window to try to, escape the fire. Got badly injured, and then he actually died later on, shortly later on due to his injuries.
Wow, okay.
housekeeping. So, good thing. You can see that it's
Okay.
very similar to the other room.
Okay, yeah. I always think of these as small here, but these are bigger than a lot of people's bedrooms.
And this one's a nice one because you got the two bedrooms as well.
Oh, yeah.
I like this room.
Scoot past here. These lights are unusual. I've never seen none like them.
They look like suns.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So awesome.
See a lot of sun moon stuff in McMenamins,
Peek out the window real quick. Again, the drain depot right over there. That nice sitting area down there. I would imagine this big building, you feel temperature changes throughout in this.
Yeah, and you know, having it be an old building, yeah, keeping the temperature regulated is of course, you know, a little bit tricky. We actually don't brew beer here on our location because of that reason. We have an old brewery, but they couldn't keep it regulated enough, you know, so now our beer just comes from other locations.
Sure, that makes sense. I just noticed it's a little cooler than it was in that other section where I said it all warmed up. You know, went in through there, and I imagine it's all the different heating.
Yeah.
Always feeling for spirits, but I don't think that's it. Is there an attic in this place?
There is,
There must be.
actually. Yeah, there's a entryway. Well, this one over here goes up to the roof access.
Oh, okay.
But it's in our one of our linen closets. You know, if there's a leak or something, our maintenance guys have to go crawling up in there.
Fun. I don't know if this will come out on video, but pretty cool, these little...
What does the marker mean? Is that her maiden or is it?
It must be. That's why I brought this up. Excuse me.
This is all a test, Megan.
I know. First, oh yeah, that's right. There's a picture of her downstairs.
Okay.
She's the first lasting female bartender at the Olympic Club.
Oh,
She worked from 1980 through the mid 90s.
that's awesome. They named a room after her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm guessing Marker must be her maiden name.
Isn't it amazing we're still, even today, dealing with those, you know, equal rights things,
Yeah.
you know? And
She's
then,
been a
and,
girl, yeah.
and to say in 1980 she was the first female bartender. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, after, you know, women weren't even allowed in here to begin with. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Yeah.
that's awesome. I didn't even put two and two until you just said that. It's like,
Yeah.
yes.
So to be able to work here now in this place, you know, are
Unless you were a lady in the here.
yeah, working lady.
Yeah.
But yeah, now, you know, these days, you know, I'm the hotel manager, Cheryl is our pub manager, and Brittany is our whole property manager, you know.
Wow.
Females.
Through attrition, you took over.
Right.
There you go.
That's awesome. Alrighty. Get by you here. Oh, I see what you're saying about a big square now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the 4 rooms up on the street side front, those were our king rooms.
King rooms?
Yeah, the king beds. So those are a
Oh,
little
okay.
more spacious and, you know, people like staying on that side.
It's interesting. You have the name of the, you know, the people, you know, were attached, and we found going to the cemeteries. You see the old names and, stuff pop up, and it's like a, I don't know, museum of, who's who, kind of thing almost.
Yeah, reading on it. That's why we have the lovely walking guides and all this paper stuff, so you can read up on the history and who they are and everything while you're
Awesome.
doing, while you're touring around if you want to
I'd definitely.
around. So,
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, you got several bathrooms up here.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's not a far walk from,
For any, and you provide
the robes.
the robes, so there you go.
Yeah, and they're comfy robes.
I come from military background, so when you say communal, I'm just thinking everybody's, in there.
I try to clarify that with everyone, that it's not like a stall system or
Right.
anything like that. It is, you go and you lock it behind you, it's still a private bathroom.
Right.
Just not in your robes.
Yeah. I don't know why that just lodges in my head, but
Yeah.
it's like, you
Yeah.
can lock on this door. Oh, you even got coffee up here.
Yeah, we're at the station, so. Yeah, I haven't really, personally felt anything after or seen anything. I know a couple of our housekeepers definitely have, they're the ones up here the most with, especially, when you're by yourself and it's quiet and, some weird, unexplainable thing happens.
What kind of stuff have they said? Do you remember anything specific?
Gosh, I know she said, I'll have to remember. I see, this is why we need that logbook.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't mean to put you on the spot because I know how that is.
I think she had seen someone walk by, but she was the only one up here by herself. She was really, really freaked out by it.
Oh, really?
I know, again, with the basement, there's been lots of times people have seen somebody walking around in the basement. A previous kitchen employee, I remember him telling me a while ago that he saw a guy wearing a cloak and top hat.
Mm-hmm.
Explain
Like from that era?
very much, yeah.
Yeah, the old era.
Yeah, so that was always a creepy one. I'm always like, when I go down there, am I gonna see him?
I know you like part of you wants to and the rest don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the theater seems to, have a lot of energy back in there. Bethany, our front desk person, she's my assistant manager. We were just actually talking earlier today that she feels like she's seen when, doing recording in there, during music, I've seen some orbs and stuff in there.
Oh, really? In the theater?
Yeah, in the theater.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I know on the basement, that recording that I told you for this 13, 14 years old. I don't know if you caught that, but Cheryl was there when that was done. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the word, but we caught a word on it, and then we caught another voice. There's one or two voices on it.
Cheryl actually had mentioned too that at that time they caught a lot of the orbs and stuff up here mostly. So
up here?
It was a hot spot up here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice. We caught an orb at our house one time. Yeah, that's the only real visual thing that I've really seen visually in my life. But we caught it. It was very clear, and it came out of a light like that, that light, and then it just went into the kitchen, and it was not dust.
Because the way it went too.
Yeah. It was way away from the camera because sometimes I've seen dust that'll be up close to the camera, and yeah, an insect looks like a Godzilla sometimes, right? Well, this was I don't know, 15, 20 feet away from the camera and came out. It was about the size of a softball, if I remember right. And then it just clearly went out. It was the only one we ever seen.
Weird.
Yeah, it didn't go straight.
Yeah, went in the kitchen and was gone.
The only thing here that I've experienced, which I didn't see anything here, and this is just kind of weird, but I swear it happened, and it was actually just after I took this position, so it wasn't even a year ago. it was like a quiet morning, nobody else. I went into the downstairs female bathroom, and I was the only one in there, normal, all of a sudden, not the sink with all the faucets, but the main sink, all of a sudden just turned on full blast. I was just using the bathroom, and then it was just like really loud, and I was like, whoa, what's that sound? I thought somebody had come into the bathroom and was in there, and then when I got out of the stall, nobody's in there, and the water was just on full blast. It was the weirdest thing. I can't explain it. I don't know. It wasn't on when I walked in.
I had that happen when I was in the bathtub. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Sandra! Yelling for my daughter. Get in here!
I don't know if this will help you. I try to let people know I've experienced stuff for I was a teenager, all the kind of crazy stuff. And I've had, many different experiences, and we've lived in 3 or 4 haunted homes. We kind of think that people
brings it.
Yeah, they bring it on.
I think it's him.
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe in it.
But I think it's now both of us because we're believers. But I don't believe anything is evil, or if it is evil, it's like 5%. Because everything has been. It's just kind of you can't see me. I'm maybe a little frustrated. I'm going to knock this off to, I'm here.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Trying to get attention.
Yeah, and then there could be more to it, which I do believe, but I really think it's a lot of.
I feel like that's a common thing people say, though.
Yeah.
Usually they're pretty harmless.
And I think it's also how you feel. If
Yeah.
you're scared, you're going to bring on, who knows, and I think it's more in your head.
I do too. I believe it's what you
It makes
bring.
sense.
Yeah, it's how you feel up here and in
I
here.
think so, too.
Okay.
It kind of sums up all of our property here.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Megan.
Any questions or anything, or?
Great host.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to turn off the video now. My arm is tired.